The question I have in hand here is talking about devil and sin. Before the beginning of the earth, we all know that devil is an angel. So now, if devil is an angel and then sin starts from devil, now my question is, how did he think about that sin, or how did that sin emerge from the devil?
Thank you so very much. How did devil conceive or emanate sin in his heart? We don't have that explicitly or vividly stated in the Bible that this is how devil started sinning, or that's how. But we will read some verses with you and see how it all started. 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 4. And I am reading from New King James Version. It says, "For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness to the reserved unto judgment, to be reserved unto judgment." So this is the first verse we have that says the devil was an angel before he sinned, and now this place says leave his first place of power or authority. And then Jude verse 6. "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he had reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day." So these are the two verses that clearly show us that devil was an angel before he was cast down. And these two verses in other translation talks about his place of power, his place of authority. So these verses did not tell us how the devil conceived sin, but it gives us a glimpse of how. I will also want to read Ezekiel 28 from verse 12 to 19. "Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus and Syria unto him, too says the Lord God, thou seal up." Verse 13, "You are in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, sardius, topaz, and diamond, beryl, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle, and crafted in gold were your sittings, and you are engraved. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. You were an anointed guardian cherub. I placed you. You were on a holy mountain of God. In the midst of the stones of fire you walk. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created till unrighteousness was found in you. In the abundance of your trade, you were filled with violence in your midst, and you sinned. So I cast you out as a profane thing from the mountains of God, and I destroy you, O guardian cherub. From the midst of the stones of fire, your heart was proud." Okay, your heart was proud. Now we get two links, or at least we have two evidence now. One was violence was in his heart. Two was proud was found in him, which will be very good to consider or compare with Jude verse 6. Jude verse 6 says they left their place of authority. Now, if this verse is talking about Lucifer or devil, then we know that the prideness is what will make the devil leave his place of authority, because he might look down upon the place. Maybe the office was too small for him. He wants more. Okay, let me continue reading. Verse 18, "By the multitude of your iniquities, in the unrighteousness of your trade, you profane your sanctuaries. So I brought fire out from your midst. It consumed you, and I turned you to ashes on the earth in the sight of all who saw you. All who know you among the peoples are appealed to you. You have come to a dreadful end and shall be no more forever." Okay, so I believe these are glimpses, and this can give us at least some clue to how the devil starts sinning, or how did he emanate sin in his heart. By pride and violence was in his heart. Now this violence, let's look at Revelation 12:7 and 9. Now war arose in heaven, Michael and his angels fighting against the dragon. Now you see, violence was in his heart. So he started war. He started fighting. And the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was defeated. And there was no longer any place for them in heaven. Now you see how he was cast down. Ezekiel told us that he was cast down. Fire was removed out of him. And then he was cast down and was burned by that same fire. So the last verse I also want us to look at is Isaiah 14 verse 12. And we will conclude with this verse. Ezekiel gave us two links, pride and violence, and Revelation proved to us that he was a violent person. And Jude proved to us that he left his office of authority, which is the evidence that he was prideful. He desired more office greater than what he had. So he responded with violence, and then he was cast down. So Isaiah 14:12 and 14. How you are falling from heaven, O day star, son of dawn. How you are cut down to the ground, you who led the nations low. Now you see, Revelations says that he was cast down after he was defeated by Angel Michael. And then this verse is now describing how he was cast down. Now 13 says, you said in your heart, I will ascend to heaven above the stars of God. I will set my throne on high. I will sit on the mount of assembly in the far reaches of the north. Now you see where the pride was clearly and explicitly described here. He said in his own heart that he will go high. That means what Jude says was clear. He left his place of authority. His own place of authority was not enough for him. He looked down upon the place of authority. He desired more. That's what Ezekiel was telling us. And now, reading verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. So he wants to be like God. Okay, so now Jude is making more sense in this verse now. He left his place of authority. He wants to be like God. And that was how God destroyed him. So now to answer your question, we will say that devil emanates sin in his heart by desiring to be like God, by prideness. Pride overtook him. No wonder the book of Proverbs says, pride comes before destruction. And then he said, have you seen a man wise in his own eyes? Better a fool than him. So we will conclude this by saying pride and violence was how the devil emanates sin in his heart. And now we have the devil. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. May God bless you all.